What is going on, you guys? HMK here with the analysis of the final trailer to Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC. And I gotta say, Tetsuya Nomura was completely right. This trailer was bonkers. Did you have a certain gripe with Kingdom Hearts 3? This trailer probably addressed it. There's only one thing I can think of that is not in this trailer that all people really wanted, but it doesn't mean that it's not coming, and I'm just so ready for this. We have so much information, release date, what's in the DLC. The only thing missing right now is price, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out about that very, very soon. But I've just gotta say, I was blown away by this trailer. I actually teared up. I cannot wait for you guys to check out all the content. I cannot wait for this thing to release. But man, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a long month and change. But you know, let me stop talking. Let's get right into the noise. Alright, the first thing up is, Peggy 12. Alright, and here we have Radiant Garden, which was, it was in the background of Kingdom Hearts 3. We didn't actually go there. And of course, developmental footage subject to change, Disney Pixar. And the first thing you would notice when you would watch this trailer, someone is talking. Someone we didn't hear in Kingdom Hearts 3, but someone that sounds very familiar. And here we go, the confirmation that Final Fantasy characters are finally returning in Kingdom Hearts 3 through the DLC. We got the Hollow Bastion, or I should say, the Radiant Garden Restoration Committee. Aerith is here, looking great. So we're gonna see Aerith twice in 2020, here in the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC and in Final Fantasy VII Remake. And here, Riku has a conversation with the Hollow Bastion community, which is weird because Riku never really had any type of interaction with these characters other than looking at them through a window back in Kingdom Hearts 1. So it's cool to see other characters actually interacting with the Final Fantasy characters other than Sora. And here we have a shot of Riku explaining to the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee that Sora is missing. They cannot find him. They looked everywhere for him. Aerith responds, well, I mean, if we still remember him, he's still in our hearts, and that must mean he's still with us. Here we have Yuffie and Squall. Oh, he's called Leon in Kingdom Hearts. But man, do their models look so good. The only thing I'm scared about is that I hope they're voiced. Because in Kingdom Hearts 3, we had models for Dylan and Alias, and they didn't talk. So, I mean, Nomura, come on. Squall, Leon, Yuffie, Aerith. I want to see Sid. I want to see Cloud, and I want to see Sephiroth. Alright, this is such a huge, when I first saw this, there was just a huge way to begin this trailer. I was floored. One thing I want to say is that, of course, since Riku is looking for him, this tells me that this part of the DLC is going to be post-game. Why? Because remember at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, when Sora goes off using the power of waking to try and find Kairi and bring her back, Riku tells Mickey to, chill. Believe in him. We'll wait for him to come back home. And he did for a second, and then he poofed. So this tells me that Riku is looking for him after, the whole vanish scenario, because of course he wouldn't go looking for him because if he didn't see him vanish first, because he told Mickey, he's like, no, we're gonna chill, we're gonna wait for him, just believe in him. And they did. He came back, but not for long. So this tells me that this is going to have a segment of a journey trying to find the other characters trying to find Sora after, Sora just vanished at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is post-game. Here we have a shot of Sora looking at Ventus' Station of Awakening, and you're going to see this a lot, so remember that. Here, darkness pours from Ventus' head, not particularly his heart. So you would think, oh, it has something to do with Vanitas, which is the darkness within his heart, but it's coming from his head, which is very weird. And I have a theory working about that, of how Ventus could be two-faced. And why would I bring that up? Because this one little game called Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, Ventus seems to have a dark past from what we know about him in that game, or I should say what we don't know about him. So Sora is being bewildered by the darkness, and as he wakes up, I don't know if this is the same instance of him getting hit by the darkness from Ventus' Station of Awakening, but he comes into contact with a different colored version of Dark Inferno. Now, one thing I want to talk about is the theory about Dark Inferno, and the fact that this could come from Ventus' Station of Awakening is that the theory is that the Dark Inferno, or I should say one of the Dark Infernos, is a Heartless of Ephemer. That's the theory. And Ephemer was someone heavily connected to Ventus from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, making you think there's a lot of things that Nomura seems to hide, and this DLC could come out at a point where we know more about Ephemer and Ventus and what happened to them after the end of Union Cross and up until the point of the Xehanort Saga. And here we have, a really close-up shot of Dark Inferno. I hope this version of Dark Inferno is gonna be a bit more harder than the regular version. I mean, unless you're playing critical mode level 1. I don't know. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but maybe this guy will be. Here we have Aqua looking in horror at a bunch of anti-Aquas. Oh man, here comes the memes of like anti-Aqua, please step on me. This is like anti-Aqua step on me times 1,000 or whatever. So here is the big kicker about this scene, is that Sora is saying something along the lines of, so this is the fear, and this is the fear that Aqua felt. So this seems to be the same scene or a similar scene that plays out from the first time Aqua and the other Guardians of Light came into contact with the Demon Storm, where Aqua's like, we stand together. She looks at the storm and then she's like, it can't be, and then she loses heart and she loses hope or whatever, and then she just gets swept up by the Heartless. So from this perspective, it seems that Sora is tapping into the hearts of the other Guardians of Light through their Station of Awakening on his journey to find Hikari again. And at this point in time, he's feeling the perspective of Aqua through her heart, and this is what she saw when she looked in the face of the Demon Storm. Because you can see this is the Demon Storm, but instead of little shadows, all of them are anti-Aquas, which I gotta say is really creepy, just seeing them just like float around like that. I mean, are those anti-Aquas in the background 3D or 2D? Are they just flat? Because that's a lot of things to render on screen, and man, that's actually wild and creepy. So that's the theory that's floating around there, and that makes the most sense. You know, this is what she saw. This is what made her disheartened, because she is either afraid or ashamed of what she used to be in the Realm of Darkness when she had to fight Riku and Sora. And man, this is gonna be that part is gonna be wild. Sora is literally replaying the events through the perspective of others through their hearts, right? And of course, he is feeling the pain of Aqua through that, because, you know, he's hurting and he's like, oh, this hurts. This is the pain that she felt, right? And then the next particular scene is actually really cool. It shows him coming into contact with Terra Xehanort, right? And here are a lot of cool kickers about this. It seems that his encounter with Terra Xehanort is because of him using the power of awakening, because Terra Xehanort says something along the lines of, you too are walking the forbidden path, so you must also prepare yourself to pay the price of the ultimate sacrifice, or be ready for the ultimate sacrifice. One thing I like to say is that, one, he's using the Guardian, which it turns out to be hosting the heart of Terra to grab Sora, but in the background you can see that there's a different area of the Keyblade Graveyard, which is the 13 Towers, or I should say, you know, the new thrones of the Organization 13. We see that in the background, so there's a different area previously unexplored by us, the players, in the Keyblade Graveyard. So him encountering Terra Xehanort here makes me wonder, this him come into contact with Terra Xehanort through Terra's Station of Awakening when looking for Kairi and whatnot. And then the fact that he's being grabbed by the Guardian, and the Guardian seems to be seeping darkness into Sora using Terra Xehanort's power. And can I say that this one part is like, yo, look, he's literally doing Final Flash. Like, yo, DBZ fans in the comment section, let's go. He's literally putting his arms back and then coming together. Final Flash! Look at that. And then the Final Flash of darkness. I mean, come on. I mean, it is like Final Flash, Final Flash, Final Flash. Like, okay. So this is weird because Terra Xehanort says that you too must be ready to pay the ultimate price, or you too are walking the forbidden path. And the forbidden path is, you know, abusing the power of awakening in order to bring back those who are lost, i.e. Kairi. And then this is going to be very, very important because it's going to be addressed way later in the trailer. So he's blasting Sora with darkness. We don't know where that darkness is going to lead him. And then this part is super hype. We see here a fight between the Guardians of Light, 8 of them, not 7, 8 of them, versus the Xehanort replicas, or the Organization 13, or the Secrets of Darkness. And one thing that should be noted is that all of these Xehanort replicas from, you know, what we fought them in Skull.com, all of them have Xehanort's Keyblade, the no name, in hand. But let's analyze the scene a little bit more. We see here Riku attacking one of the replicas, and everyone's fighting. But look at the damage that Riku's doing to the replica. It's not a lot. It's just it's actually very minimal. So this looks like to be a very long boss fight, considering that they only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and including the main bar, 10 bars of health. Right? Only controls here we have at the time is attack and aerial dodge. So this seems to be a very weird boss fight. I want to see how this plays out. But everyone is gonna make their bread in this boss fight. So Shion has a situation command that she can use called Twist Encounter, which knocks over one of the replicas. Here, we have another situation command that Ventus has called Storm Rider, which is basically like, it looks like some sort of cool version of Eroga. It could have more to it, but of course, it cuts off and goes to the next person, which is my boy Ventus. Now, I was about to say Ventus. My boy Roxas. He's charging up the Pillars of Light for Miracle Hour, and then he just blasts them away. That looks so nice. My boy Roxas is doing that damage. But I want to say right now that the Twisting Counter and the Storm Rider literally looks like to be a combo move that goes into Roxas' Miracle Hour, because damage is not being inflicted onto the replica until Roxas finishes the combo, and then look at that chunk. Look at that chunk. This huge boss fight is happening under Kingdom Hearts in the air. And here we have a beautiful shot of all the Guardians of Light aside from Sora and Kairi fighting these replicas. Here we have Terra, Ventus, Roxas, Shion, Aqua, Lee, Mickey, and I'm pretty sure I said everyone. Yeah, that's all 8. And it's cool because in this shot, Roxas, Ventus, Riku, and Lee, they're fending off the replicas, while Shion, Mickey, and Aqua are charging up Reflectka, and it looks awesome when they use the Reflect. So a lot of people are talking about when does this take place during the game, and my best bet is that this is what happens because literally this is everybody that is unaccounted for when they go find Sora, Donald, and Goofy after they defeat Xehanort at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. So this could be them fighting these replicas on the way to Sora at the end of the game. As you know, Kingdom Hearts is in the background, they have to try and close it and control it. But can I say this beautiful backdrop of like the cloudy blue scene at the night that we saw in Dream Drop Distance seems so nice. I mean, like, it looks like it's finally coming to fruition, that I would say, the intro to Dream Drop Distance. It looks too nice. Here, next up, we have Xigbar and Luxord talking about the black box. And for the first time in a long time, it seems that Xigbar is on the ropes, because Luxord threw a card at him, and he's like, if this box was so important, why now? And it's weird to see, because we already know that Xigbar is Lushu, right? So to see him get pressed by Luxord in a very big way, because I mean, look at it, that dude looks stressed. He's like, okay, what is going on? This is the man that's supposed to apparently know everything. He's supposed to know more than Xehanort, and that's wild that he seems to have trouble, because in the first trailer, he's the one who says, who exactly are you, Luxord? And, the fact that he's being pressed just has me giddy. I'm like, what is going on within the organization? Lushu, why are you getting so worried about this, man? And I got theories about this, bro. You can check them on my channel. Luxord and the Masters Power of Waking Part 2, baby. Man, this trailer is so wild. So, as we continue on forward, we have Riku coming into contact with Demyx, the boy, while the replica that was being used by Dark Riku is on the floor still. And, Riku's like, the organization. Demyx is like, oh, I thought you'd be gone by now. So what this tells me, I really think that this cutscene takes place after the Keyblade War, after everything's said and done, after Sora goes off and, uses the power of waking to find Kairi. Riku, I guess, is coming back to do some cleanup job to grab the replica to, for Naminé or whatnot. But Demyx shows up. God knows why, because I'm pretty sure Riku will have no problem bringing back that replica. There was a thought going around that Demyx is there to help him bring back the replica, but why would that? I mean, Riku has a Gummy ship. He doesn't need the Corridors of Darkness. He doesn't need Demyx's help. Why is Demyx there? And that's just part of the mystery. And there goes the theory about, Demyx being the Master of Masters. Oh my lord. It's gonna be good. And if Riku has to fight Demyx, I hope you are ready for Dance Water Dance, because man, this man brandished the Braveheart like it was nothing. Are you guys ready to play as Riku to fight a Demyx boss battle? I'm not sure after Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Dance Water Dance, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, friend or foe. Here we have awesome boss fights when it comes to the data boss fights in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind. Now, we can obviously say data at this point, because take a look at the command menu. It looks like data. Like, you can see numbers and digital stuff happening in this specific command menu. So it looks like they are doing data battles once again in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind. But will we access them through the Cavern of Remembrance? No, because there's something huge later on in this trailer that you guys are gonna be, it's gonna be great. But I gotta say right now, these boss fights look really good. Their health looks really large. Here, Terrazona fights with the Guardian, which is funny because I'm gonna bring up something about this a little later. He doesn't do damage to Sora, but check this out. When Sora's fighting Xemnas' data battle, yo, Sora is getting wet up. He is getting torn apart like Swiss cheese. Look at all that damage he's taking, because I mean, this could be prod mode, because critical mode there's no way you can have that kind of health in critical mode. And for him to take that much damage from hits from Xemnas, I'm just saying, like, bro, in critical mode, I am ready to get, I'm ready to get beat down. I'm ready for the daylights to get beaten out of me in these data battles, right? And here we have Sora fighting against Dark Riku in dark form, which is crazy. But check it out. Dark Riku has a reflect shield, and Sora actually got bounced back by it, and he is taking some nasty damage from Dark Riku. Oh man, all of these bosses seem to have the same amount of health, which is crazy, and all these boss battles look cool. They're definitely varied from where we fought them in the Keyblade Graveyard. So these one-on-one fights are definitely not, you know, rehashes from what we're used to, and I am so ready for that. Next up, we have Sora fighting against Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, which is the funny thing I'm gonna say now, because he's not fighting with Guardian, or at least we don't see that he's fighting with Guardian. He's using like huge powers of the darkness, which looks so delicious, and I gotta say, that's so funny seeing this guy not fight with Guardian for a while. I mean, of course he didn't fight with Guardian when you had to fight him in Kingdom Hearts 3, but man, that looks so delicious. And then here we have the Larxene boss fight, which looks crazy, and of course another shot of the Xemnas boss fight where he's using his final limit laser attack, which he used to turn Axel, or I should say Lee, into Swiss cheese. But man, oh man, this looks so good. I cannot wait for these boss fights. There are still some boss fights that are unaccounted for, such as Young Xehanort, Master Xehanort, if he's gonna get a data version. But Master Xehanort is in this trailer, which you're gonna see. But I cannot wait to see any more data battles. It's currently unknown if Shion is gonna have a data battle, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Here we have Sora at his Station of Awakening saying that, oh, we just have to trace the connections. And then he is activating what seems to be Riku's Station of Awakening, which features Riku and some Secret of Darkness. We have Mickey and Naminé. Oh boy, I know Naminé Riku shippers are gonna love that. It's gonna be wild. So he activates the Station of Awakening for Riku and says that all hearts are connected. People are saying, follow my hearts. The hearts are connected. We just have to follow the connections. We're gonna trace the connections. And then here we have the huge kicker. I hope you guys are ready to get floored. Sora and Kairi are here at the final world, and this is probably him finally, like, you know, finally finding Kairi and saving her, but they're not quite home yet. She says, it's so pretty. And here we go, boys and girls. Playable Kairi against Master Xehanort, which is a definitely different boss fight because he didn't fight with the other versions of No Name like that before. And check it out, all the No Name eyes are glowing red, and they're fighting under Kingdom Hearts. And Sora is along for the ride. Kairi, you play as Kairi. Sora is helping you out. Kairi has a focus gauge, she does have a shot lock, and check it out, she uses a form of strike raid, she warps to Xehanort, attacks him, and you can see right there, she will have situation commands as you see there. I'm guessing that the situation command that Kairi could have, it could be a move that belongs to her on her own, or it could be a tag team move that she does with Sora, similar to how Riku did a tag team move with Mickey with his situation commands in the first fight that he did against the Demon Tide, right? And then here we have her using her shot lock, because you can obviously see that the focus gauge is going down because she used it, right? And it's a little hazy, but her shot lock looks to be called something along the lines of Heart of Princess. You can see down there. It's really weird, I can't really make it out, but I think I can make it the word Heart and Princess. It could be Heart of Princess. And here we go, activating her shot lock, where she activates a bunch of energy blasts. Man, she's looking like what? Like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, ready to use Hellzone Grenade, and she just drops them on Xehanort, and she just flies around like it's all cool. Yo, look at my girl just ready to go off destroying people. She is going to face her fears and give Xehanort what's for. And I'm just glad they put in this boss fight, because Xehanort, as we all know, is the one that killed her. And now she is getting her sweet vengeance, and I cannot wait to see how she plays in this game. I mean, from the gameplay we've seen so far, it looks pretty fun. Like, she did literally a counter blast. I imagine it is a counter blast, because you can see the reflect shards in the air right there. And then she throws the Keyblade to follow up on Xehanort, and she warps to it. Oh my goodness, warping strike rate. Yo, let me get this DLC now, Dad. And then the shot locks look so good. And the damage doesn't look too broken. And the fact that he has all that health, Kyrie's gonna have to do a lot of work in order to take this guy down. Because, I mean, look at the damage she's doing. It's not much. And the shot lock doesn't do a lot. So maybe we have to rely on combinations with Sora, limits with Sora every now and again. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Next up is another huge kicker. We're just getting kicker after kicker. Playable Kari and into explorable Scala ad Kylum. You activate this thing, and then Sora is able to go around on a, I would say, a flow line in order to use flow motion to explore other parts of the city. And it seems to me like if you're gonna go to this part and activate it, this place is fully explorable. How are we gonna go to an explorable Scala ad Kylum? Easy. For the DLC, they could drop another, like, you know those red battle gate thingies? They can drop another one of that, and it will take you to a different version of Scala ad Kylum, which you're able to explore. And then you can explore the town, and this will probably give us all this context of how it relates to Daybreak Town, what happened to Daybreak Town, and of course, this era could act as the new Cavern of Remembrance in Kingdom Hearts 3, which will lead to the data battles. And I feel that each data battle is going to be in a different part of the town, or you're gonna have to explore Scala.com to get to the end, probably the classroom. Your boy 13 Vessel, get into the classroom, and the classroom is where you will activate a thing in order to activate the data battles. Can you guys spell hype? And here we go. Sora is, just having the time of his life exploring Scala ad Kylum. It's so nice. Here we have Roxas, Xion, and Lee arrayed to fight Samban. We, from the past trailers, it's probably gonna be Saix. Maybe we can fight someone like Xemnas. That would be great. Lee says Roxas, Xion, and they're ready to fight whoever this guy is. And then their hearts start glowing. And I want to point out that the reason why I think this is really important to note is that the hearts glowing could hint at the possibility of you switching characters during the fight between these three characters. Because, Lee actually says a lot. He has actually a lot of vocal lines when it comes to this fight. We saw in the first trailer that Roxas is the one that we play as during this fight. But in the second trailer and this trailer, it seems that Lee is doing a lot of the talking. So maybe that points at a possibility of Lee being playable and Xion being playable, and the fact that you can switch between them on the fly because their hearts are connected. But man, I'm spitballing. We're gonna have to wait and see. And these shots of the Seesaw Trio, my boys and girls, look at them. They look so good. Get them! Oh, look at this man. Look at this man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dummy hyped. You have to understand that I'm dummy hyped for this. All right, as we're moving on, we go to the next segment where it shows Riku and Aqua, which I still find funny that Riku's actually taller than Aqua, at the land of departure. And Riku's like, "Oh, are you sure you're ready to do this? Are you sure you're ready for this?" And then Aqua's like, "Don't worry, I'm ready for this. Don't worry, I'm not alone this time." Because of course she was alone for more than 10 years in the realm of darkness, which is wild. But I don't know exactly what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to call upon the powers of Master Ericus. Maybe they're going through the files at the Land of Departure in order to learn more about the power of waking. Because since they are both masters at the Land of Departure, they are entitled to certain knowledge. So maybe that's why they're there looking through the records to find out how they can help Sora, how they can reverse the power of waking, what exactly is the power of waking, what is the price, what does the price do, where is the price, how's the price. You know what I'm talking about. That's probably what's going down at the Land of Departure. And we're going to have to wait and see because, there's a lot of context missing in this one scene. Now, here is this is the icing on the cake. This is the coup de grace. This is the biggest thing ever in the trailer, is that Sora is in the final world, but instead of daytime, it's nighttime. Starry skies, a little bit of clouds, nice cool waters. He's standing in the abyss, and Kirithi in the background says that if you do this, you yourself will be lost. You will vanish, and without your power, you cannot come back from the world you come from, right? And as this is going on, Sora seems to be all alone. He's yelling out to anyone who will answer the call, "Hello!" And of course, he sees if he can listen to anyone, and apparently he hears and sees someone. And my guess is that this man in the distance Sora thinks it's Riku, and we all know why Sora thinks it's Riku, because as we go on in this trailer, they say the famous first lines, the final trailer, the final part of the final trailer to Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, the DLC to cap off the Xehanort saga, will end off with the first words spoken in Kingdom Hearts 1. I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Sora starts this phrase, but then you hear another, deeper voice come in. I've been having these weird thoughts lately. And Sora is running to this person who's just walking. Like, is any of this for real? And as you see Sora finally come into contact with this mysterious entity, the moon is shining over a cloud, and the cloud shall soon get out of the way to shine its pale light on this individual. And it is Yozora, who finishes the line, is any of this for real or not? Sora, Sky, meet Yozora, Night Sky. And the fact that he's meeting him here in the final world blows a gasket of so many theories. And the fact that the final world is at night, it is the night sky. How poetic is Sora meeting Yozora here in the final world at the night sky? They probably both vanished, abusing the power of waking from different dimensions, different worlds, and they're coming here to meet each other. And I cannot wait to see the fallout of the scene, because the biggest kicker about this is that Sora knows who Yozora is from the Toy Story world, and the fact that he's sitting here is probably gonna more than likely freak him out. And I have a huge hunch from the way that this guy's presented, because he is the most important part of the final secret movie of Kingdom Hearts 3, that this man is probably going to be the final secret boss within Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind. And I need to know who is this voice actor. And here we go, Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC, pre-order now. This DLC is going to come out for PlayStation 4 January 23rd, 2020. We got a month and change, people. But for Xbox One, it's going to be coming out February 25th. Yikes. Hey man, play it first on PlayStation, and I just cannot wait for this. This has been completely bonkers, and I feel I covered a lot, as much as I could in this trailer. If you found anything else, please leave it in the comment section below, and I hope you enjoyed this analysis hype breakdown. And for those who enjoyed it, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK. I put out Kingdom Hearts videos and content every week. And once again, big thanks to my Patreon supporters for help making this happen. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, please check out my Patreon page. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later. What a ride it will be.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.